So here's the box that all my new parts came in, and you can see the part number right there. So this is for a non-EFI engine, and it's for a 2004 Polaris Sportsman 700. So now let's have a look at all the new goodies that came in here. Okay, so here's what came in the box. Here is a bag of fasteners. Looks like I have everything brand new, and they got some Loctite on the fasteners here. A couple of little adapter cables. I think it's for different years. Some more fasteners. Voltage regulator. And this is the new coil with the plug wires, and they sent me a new flywheel. And here's the wiring harness. It's all attached to the stator here, and in the harness there, here's the new pickup. And this just plugs right into the new CDI box. So it's the entire ignition, everything that has to do, you know, probably like minus the ignition key itself, but it's all here brand new. So now I want to have a look at some of the differences between what I just got in the box and that old junk that comes factory with this thing back in 2004. So the biggest difference I think I found so far is in the coil CDI box. Here it's all in one unit. The coil and CDI box are all in one. And what they sent me now, the upgrade kit, has the coil and the CDI box are separate. See that? So that's one of the first biggest differences that I found. This is the old flywheel and this is the new flywheel. So it has a bit of a different look to it. And biggest difference is on the inside and the magnets. These bonded magnets are longer than what's on the flywheel that they sent me now. So that's kind of interesting. So they gave me a 4-page instruction little pamphlet here, and they tell you pretty well how to do everything except for how to take the flywheel off. So yeah, thanks for that, but we'll get around it. And you know, there's about 30 pictures in here, and I probably can't show you the pictures because, well, copyright or whatever, and you don't want to get like Smokey the copyright bear mad, because you know, then there's like he gets all mad and there's fur and spit flying, and well, you know, that's you know, whatever. But anyway, so let's carry on here. So this is the machine that we're working with. It's a home-built buggy that I made a couple of years ago, and had it running for a while, and then I lost the spark, and it seems to be a never-ending battle to try and get the spark back in it. But anyways, so that's what the video is about today. Hopefully we can get spark by the end of this show here. So anyways, that's the flywheel. Let's get that thing off first. Okay, now I'm going to set up my puller, and we'll do some more. Okay, so this is what I'm going to use for a puller, and there are really cheap ones out there like this, and don't get one of those if you're going to buy a new one, because the thread doesn't last long, and then you just got a bunch of junk. What does that help you? So don't be shy to spend some money on something like this. But anyways, I'm going to take this cap. I've already got it loose, so that I've got a bit of a taper on it that it's going to fit the end of the crankshaft a little better. So I'm going to put this onto the machine now, and then we're going to pull that flywheel off. Okay, so the flywheel has 3 bolt holes on the side of it, and I'm using that to put these bolts in. And I think this is metric thread. Been a while since I bought these bolts. But when I put the bolts in, I pull on the puller like this, and I look at it, and I make sure that the main shaft of this puller lines up nicely with the end of the crankshaft, and I'll adjust it by turning the bolts in and out until it looks like it lines up pretty nice. And then from there I can turn this in, and I'm ready to pull the flywheel off. This thing sits on a tapered shaft, so it's really stuck on there good. The best thing that I know is to use an impact on the end of this puller, and the vibration from the impact will vibrate it off of that tapered shaft. So let's try it out. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. See, if you would just use a wrench on the end here and take a hammer and start hammering on here, what happens is you probably break these magnets that are bonded to the inside of the flywheel, and then your flywheel is junk, and then you're off to, you know, spending a whole pile of money. So let's take the stator off now. Okay, I'm going to take this starter drive out of here. It's more in my way than anything. Set that down here. And I've already got all the fasteners off. It's all loose here. So the stator just had 3 hex head style fasteners that can come right off. Also, I watched to see how it was put on here, because the difference is the way these wires here wrap around and where they are located near the engine case there, because it's important to get those tucked away nicely. Hey, got her done. So got the muffler back on and all my parts in underneath that cover there. And I had to do a couple of things here. I got a new coil here. The coil is separate now, so I had to make mounts there. I welded some bolts to the frame, and the CDI box is on the other side there. I had to make one new mount for that because the spacing was different for that one also. And one new wire to the whole mix here is this red one, and that just goes to accessory, ignition on. And this black one here is just your regular kill like the old ignition had. So also I had to make a new mount here. You can see the new voltage regulator. I mounted that in the back too, so I just welded some bolts to the back. So you can see I have a place to mount that onto now. And yeah, so hey, wonder what happens when we give this thing a turn. Hey, look at that, I still got some snow on the yard.